Just go.
Today I will share some information about tiny homes that will hopefully make you see the appeal that thousands of Americans have already seen. I've compiled extensive research from books, websites, and even conversations with many people to share with you. Tiny homes are an up-and-coming housing option that are more appealing than traditional domicile options. They provide many benefits to owners, and they became a social movement. I've been interested in tiny homes for about a year now, solely due to the idea that they look like doll houses when compared to the common houses in North America. The United States Census Bureau reported that in 2014, the average size of a new home in the U.S. was over 2,400 square feet. A tiny home by definition is a domicile that is between 100 and 400 square feet. They can be on wheels or on a foundation and are comprised of a kitchen, living area, bathroom, and sleeping area. Tiny house homeowners tend to build their houses themselves to keep costs low, but prefabricated tiny houses do exist. Prefabricated tiny houses arrive partially or fully assembled and require only a small vacant space and a piece of land to set up. Generally, the cost of a tiny home is between $10,000 and $40,000. According to an excerpt from Salem Press Encyclopedia, the average price of a tiny home in 2016 was roughly $23,000. That's a steal compared to the $380,000 that an average home costs reported by the U.S. Census Bureau in 2016. When compared to recreational vehicles, tiny homes are the champions. RVs are built with seasonal living in mind, that is, only a few months out of the year. Tiny homes are built for year-round living, which means they include better insulation and stronger frames that can even withstand hurricane-force winds. Along with structural components of the tiny house, the exterior of tiny homes are more home-like than an RV, and the interior is fully customizable. Benefits to living in a tiny home are vast. The size makes them easier to clean and maintain, less energy is used when heating and cooling the space, and they can be placed just about anywhere because they're so small. Among those who can benefit from a tiny home are college graduates, retirees, and those in search of a minimalistic lifestyle. New graduates can use tiny homes on wheels to follow any job offer they receive in country. Tiny homes have been customized for those elderly who need a smaller place and for those who just want to downsize. Tiny homes were also found to reduce the environmental footprint caused by families while saving money in the process. Many people in the tiny house movement credit 18th century author, scholar, poet, and naturalist Henry David Thoreau as the inspiration for the movement. Many sources paint the tiny house movement as a rejection of the American bigger is better mantra. Regardless of the beginnings of the movement, it has brought together hundreds of thousands who see the beauty in tiny house living. Tiny house co-ops were also founded and are a large part of the movement. The movement brought about books, television shows, and even YouTube channels dedicated to educating people on tiny homes and persuading them to join the community. People in the tiny house movement, people join the tiny house movement due to environmental concerns, financial concerns, and the desire for more time and freedom. In conclusion, tiny homes are a domicile with endless possibilities for customization. The movement is strong and growing, owners are benefiting, and tiny homes are here to stay.